Hello, welcome to another Speedbird Sim Deck video, and you join us today on the ground here in Porto, where we'll be a short flight of around about 2 hours, 2.5 hours up to Amsterdam Schiphol on the next leg of our Euro tour. As you can see, it is just getting dark. We've got red sky at night, Shepherd's Delight, and hopefully we'll be able to see all of the lights of Europe as we make our way in a northeasterly direction into Amsterdam. So without further ado, let's get into the cockpit, let's get everything started from cold and dark. And as ever, if you've not flown the A320 default or fly-by-wire or Fenix, if you follow along, this will get you started. And I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying it works for me. Okay, into the cockpit we go. So let's go up top. Whoops. There we go. So battery 1, battery 2, and there we go. Get some light. Let's get the dome light on, see what we're doing, and turn the overhead light up, and let's put the strobes on. APU while we're doing that. Whoops. Let's fire the APU in. No smoking signs. Arm the emergency exit lights. Nav and logo, and turn on the oxygen supply and the fuel pumps. And adheres left to nav, adhere 2 to nav, and adhere 3 to nav. That'll do for now. Let's go into the electronic flight bag. Phoenix. And let's bring in our flight plan, which we've already done in SimBrief. There we go, so we'll be off in 23 minutes. He says hopefully. Mass and balance, let's load the aircraft up. And let's do fast time. Okay. Oh, let's get some light on this pedestal before we do anything else. There we go. I do like to see what I am doing. There we go. Okay, let's turn on the wind prediction. There we go. Standby. Okay, MCDU. ATSU. AOC menu. Flight init. Init data request. Let's just bring that data in from SimBrief. Should fill all of this in for us. There we go. 2 hours 42. That's block to block. Right, init page, init request. Let's bring it all in. Okay, so British Airways 74 Bravo is our flight number today. Cost index, that's a very good question. It is 60. Wow. Cruising at, really? The reason it's so expensive, it's got us cruising at 24,000 feet. So flight level 240. Let's bring the winds in. Okay, init B. So our zero fuel weight today is 58.0 tons. / because obviously we'll fill in that zero fuel center of gravity in a second. Block fuel, we're going to need a lot today. Yep, I thought so. 9.7 tons. Okay, we can leave that page for now. Let's go to flight planning. Departure on 02. We're going out on the EXID 5 November departure. EXID 5 November departure. There we go. Let's insert. And let's do our arrival. So we're arrival on runway 18 right. ILS 18 right. Okay, star. We're going to come in on the Denu 3 Alpha. Right, now have we got any vias? Right, let's have a look at the charts. So Dennet 3 Alpha. We're going to be at River. Right, River. Eee, this doesn't look pretty, does it? Is River on there? I'm not sure it will be. Let's have a look. River. So let's go River. Insert. And as ever, let's just go and check this makes sense, because I've got a nasty feeling this is going to be a little bit crazy. Let's go and have a look. Okay, so we take off, straight out, all looking good. Make our way up Portugal, northern Spain, over the Bay of Biscay into France, and make our way over towards Holland. Right, let's have a look. This is where it's going to get interesting. River. Ooh. So we just want to go River AM240 really, but don't want the SPL, so let's clear SPL. Insert, let's give it rid of the flight plan discontinuity. There we go. That's a lot better. So if we have a look, so River Amsterdam 240, and then we make that right turn where we've got to capture the ILS at 2,000 feet at Pevos, which is there. Okay, looking good. Secondary flight plan, let's just copy the active, there we go. And now performance page, so into the electronic flight bag we go. Okay, so with runway 02 it's dry, our packs are going to be on. So QNH today is 1021. Let's calculate, and we'll make a note. So the key data is all of this on the right hand side. It's all this information here. So V1 is 154, rotate 154, V2 156, thrust reduction 1340. Flex to temp 61, and it's flaps 2 down 0.3. Okay, so we go back into our MCDU and we just transfer all of that data into here. 154, 154, 156. So our transition altitude is set. We're a bit out on our thrust reduction. 1340. /1340. Do the same on the other side. 1340. Okay, flex to temp 61. Flaps 2 / down 0.3. Right, let's have a look. Going to do that for us. I don't think it's going to let us change that, which is fine. I'm just going to leave that as it is then. Let's go back in here. Have we boarded yet? Have we fully loaded up? Not yet, almost there. Look, 133 of 147. Fuel in the tanks, almost. So while we're waiting, let's come up the top, turn off the external power. Let's come back in here and let's remove it because we don't need it now. So let's move the GPU, move the chocks. Must be almost there now. 143. While we're waiting, how do I get there? Yeah, 7. Right. So our departure. Our departure straight out in front. Got to be above 2,000 feet, and we're on the Exida 5 November. As long as we're above 4,000 feet, there is nothing else for us to be worried about. So I am going to put in our cruise altitude of 24,000 feet in here. So flight level 240 when I get there. There we go. Let's change QNH to 1021, which is got earlier. I'm going to do the same in here just to make sure. Whoops. There we go. Looking nice. Check that back to arc. I think we'll be good to go. There we go. Boarding complete. 31.8. So let's go back in here. Back in an init page. Init B /31.8, which is our zero fuel weight centre of gravity. Boom. There we go. All looking good. Let's just check for messages, because there may well be company messages for our load sheet, which there is. There we go. Let's accept that. Done. Okay. So ground services. Let's connect the truck. That won't be a minute. That'll be with us. There we go. Moving away nicely. So I think almost there. Let's just check outside. Just connecting up. We are going to face south. Okay, so the chart's back. This is the airport chart. We're going to face south. We're going to come down Alpha 2, take a right onto Mike 1, Mike 2, Mike 3, Mike 4. Probably hold at Mike 5, finish our setup, and then we'll be off on runway 02, just straight out in front of us. So it's quite a straightforward taxi. Should be okay. Right. So everything else is ready. Why do I feel like I've forgotten something? Just lock the door. Don't think so. I think we're ready to go. So, APU bleed on, ready. Parking brake off. Start the pushback and let's crank the engines. So set the flaps to 2, arm the ground spoilers ready. Just going to check what I'm doing here. I'm just going to turn it here. There we go. Let's get that turned around while we're doing that. Beacon on. I'll turn the others on in a second. I'll go straight down there. Stop the pushback, and parking brake is set. Disconnect the tug. Perfect. Okay, maximum auto brake. It didn't like that, did it? Why did that not like that? I'm not ready, that's why. Do it in a sec. Engine 1 powering up. Load sheets there. Look, let's go here. Let's sort this out. Let's accept. That's done. Okay, let's just come back at the top. Lights on. Oops. Should have done that, shouldn't I? But never mind. Good engine start. Max auto brake set. Chrono set. looking good so far. Engine start to normal. APU bleed off. APU off. Dome light off. I think we're good to go. Just wait for that to crank right up. Both engines available. Okay, let's try it. Parking brake off. A little bit of power. And we're off. So on our way to Amsterdam, Schiphol Airport. TCAS set to standby, should have had that. Here we go. I'm going to take this right here, which is Mike. I'm just going to have to be a little bit careful because it is quite a steep. We're going to go straight ahead. Then Mike 2. Mike 3. Quite straightforward taxi really. It's good because there's not a lot of traffic either, so very good. Having said that, there's plenty above us. Plenty in the air. Let's see what happens. Straight down. We're actually going to go on at November 2, but that's fine. So we'll hold here. Take off lights. Let's do the test. All green, no blue. That is exactly what we want. Just check left. I think we're okay at the minute.
Traffic.
Apart from the one taking off on the wrong end of the runway, but never mind. Always. But never mind. Oh well, we've got head-on coming. We're on 02, it's the right one. Let's go. Taking off over us, look. I'm not stopping. $100. Bit wobbly. I've got a crosswind and rotate. And we're up. Positive climb, gear up. Autopilot set. Lever climb, thrust climb, ground spoilers off, auto brake off, Once we get to S speed, we'll then retract the flaps fully. Red sky at night. Let's have a look at Lisbon. Flaps retracted, and we're on our way. So, Amsterdam Schiphol, here we come. Let's have a look. Expecting to be on the ground 21:53, and it's 19:26 now. So about 2.5 hours. Making our way nicely now to Papa Tango 412. We've got to be above 4,000 feet, which we're going to manage at, not a problem. Back to standard in both of those, standard pressure. And then we'll be on the Exceeder 5 November departure. So if I just show you, here we are on Navigraph. We've taken off straight out. We've just made that right turn now to Papa Tango 412, where we've got to be above 4,000 feet. And we're going to continue 47 degrees. The Exceeder 5 November departure to Exceeder before we make that left turn, and we'll start to head over Portugal, northern Spain, the Bay of Biscay, and then we'll cut across France, Belgium, and a descent into Holland. Climbing nicely, we'll continue that climb. All the lights will stay on till 10,000 feet. Look at that beautiful sky there. It's 8,000 feet, flight level 080. As you can see, we're nicely 047 degrees. The Exceeder 5 November departure for next waypoint of Exceeder. Another aircraft over to our left there, look, descending into Lisbon. There we go. So what we'll do now, 10,000 feet. Turn off the lights and turn on the dome light. So 9 tons of fuel on board, which is good. So sit back, relax. We're now climbing to our cruise level of flight level 240. It's a bit low, but never mind, we'll take it. Still heading for Exceeder. there we go, we're off. Night sky is quite busy. Other aircraft over there, there's one down below us. Beautiful red sky there, look. I think I might just turn the dome light off just so I can appreciate it. There we go. Arrival performance. So let's just what ain't right, there's so many runways at Amsterdam Schiphol. It is good. Refresh the METAR and apply it. And there we go. So at the minute, 140 at 8. It's 13 degrees and it's 1009 hectopascals. Landing weight is estimated to be 60.5 today. So a low auto brake is plenty. I am just going to put that data in here really early, but it just means it's there. I can then just make the slight changes that I need to. So 1009 QNH, temperature 13, it's likely to be lower. 140 at 8, 140 at 8. Transition altitude is flight level 030, so 3,000 feet, that's quite low. Let's come down here, let's have a look. So 100 feet, no decision altitude, 87. Let's use 87 today. No, we won't lose 100, we'll use the 100, so if it lets us, 100, there we go. And that's us, almost at the top of descent, top of climb, look, at 12 miles out. So it's a bit murky. Not a lot to see at night. A lot of Portugal and Spain is just countryside really, so you see the odd light but you're not going to see too much. Go. Don't know what happened there. Let's have a look in the cabin. It's a bit noisy back here. Not a lot to see. Let's have a look. Go this way, look. See if we can see something on the wings maybe. Nope. Okay, that's interesting, because you normally see... Wow, okay. Let's just check. Are the lights on? Strobe lights are on. Beacon lights are on. Nav and logo lights are on. Okay, just can't see them from the cabin. Let's have another look. But I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, you can look. There you go. I imagine further up here we get, you're more likely to see the oh, come outside. Didn't mean to do that. There you go. Let's have another look. It's another aeroplane. There's our wingtips. I honestly thought you might be able to see the navigation lights, but clearly not. Maybe I'm too far back at the minute. There's aircraft everywhere tonight. I keep seeing them. Anyway, maybe not. Maybe not. So we're now at cruise. All looking good. I'm not sure we'll get the charts on here without me having to sign in first, but there we go. We do have them. Double ground charts. Let's have a look at our arrival. So Dennet 10 Alpha. Dennet and Pesa 3 Alpha. That's the one. There we go. That's our arrival. Let's do our approach. We're going to do an ILS 18 right. There we go. That waypoint we took out, so we did take a waypoint out, which was here. And actually, that is a waypoint. So from river, you do overfly. There's a VOR at Schiphol. You overfly that and then take the left back on the 317 and round. So actually, we should have kept that in there. But never mind. We're not on VATSIM. We're making our way there, so I'm happy with that. So that's that one. Let's have a look at the route where we are now. So, oh, there you go. just making our way through Portugal. We'll just fly to the west of Valladolid for making our way just to the east, the west of Bilbao and Oviedo. We'll cross over the Bay of Biscay, La Rochelle, Nantes, Le Mans, fly to the north of Paris, through Lille, east of Bruges, and then we'll make our right turn past just to the right of Den Haag into Amsterdam. So it's quite straightforward. Good. Fuel's doing well, making good time. So as I say, should be on the ground according to the MCDU at the moment, or it's now saying 10 past 10, and it is now 1942. Really? So we've still got 2.5 hours to go. Yeah, it's a 2.5 hour flight, so something doesn't seem right there. If we got, I'm actually into a headwind, so we are getting slightly caught up. I wonder. Let's see if I can put us up to flight level 320. Let's do that. I don't think it'll let me change my init page. Oh no, flight level 320, there you go. So we'll climb up there, see if we can just pick up a little bit of speed. Cost index will be a little bit better. Very sleepy world down there. 7:45 in the evening. Bit noisy, I'm just going to go outside. And you'll hear from me in a short while. Just enjoy the flight. I'll come back to you in a little while. Okay, from a little break. So let's catch where we are now. If we just come back into here, we're still making our way over Portugal at the moment. Heading for Zamora, just to the west of Valladolid, and then we'll make our way cutting between Oviedo and Santander over into the Bay of Biscay, where we'll then make our crossing and cross into France, passing Nantes. That will be just to the west of Bordeaux and La Rochelle. So just to our east is Salamanca, which, let's go outside the plane and see if we can see it. In the distance there, Salamanca, as you can see. Lots of aircraft in the sky this evening. We're at 32,000 feet. So let's just have a look at flight plan. Let's see where our top of descent comes in and the time of that. Top of descent 21:52. Just make a note. So just after 30 we'll make our descent. So 30, let's see where 30 is. Oh blimey, quite a way yet. So 30 is here, and we'll top of descent here before we make our way to Schiphol. And we are currently way away. If I just scroll out, there you go. 30's up here, we're down here. So we're in over Spain now. And we're going to make our way northerly over Spain, Bay of Biscay, France, Belgium, and into Holland on the next leg of our Euro tour. And don't forget, you can get involved, join our Discord at Speedbird Sim Deck, and leave a comment below where you think we should go to next, and most importantly, support the channel. Let us know what we're doing is right for you. Hit that like and subscribe button. You have to excuse me, I'm going to have to open a window in my room. It is roasting in here now. There we go. Whew. That bit of air in. I'm debating trying to reprogram SPL back in after River. Let me try it. Ooh. Ooh, I think it's that one. Where's that just dropped into though? Uh-oh, what have I done? Right. Yenzo River. I am going to give that another go. I wonder if I put it in here. SPL. It's 108.4, so that is the one. River SPL, go insert. Clear off the discontinuity. Insert. Let's go double check what I've just done. So I think I've done everything I need to do actually. Right, so as ever, if you make any changes, plan. Let's see what we've done here. Let's see if this makes any sense. So all the way up. There we go, Yenzo River. And we should go from river. Yep, SPL. So we do, if you look here on the chart, come from river to SPL, which is Schiphol 108.4. And we make a left turn on the 317 to Amsterdam 240 for making our turn back in. That now looks like we've put it back in and correct. We were cheating and missing off Schiphol, going direct to Amsterdam 240. Now, if we had ATC on, that might do that. Might well do that. So Schiphol, Amsterdam 240, 241, 242, Pevos, we've got to be 2,000 feet to capture that glide slope, and then we'll come down. Now, according to the charts though, got to maintain 160 knots to AM622. Then we can slow down. That's better though. We're alright with that. We'll take it. We'll take it. Okay. Not a lot to see on a night flight up here, is there? Let's go see what the passengers are all seeing. Right, let's try this one. Not a lot to see either. So the roads, town in the distance, but that's about it at the moment. Let's have a look. Let's go back until we can see the engines. Can't even see them. Interesting. Where's the emergency exits then? Well, I'm over the wing now. Just make it out. It's a bit dark. There's the winglet. Okay. And the coastline just ahead. Or are we too soon for the coastline actually? Oh no, that is right in the distance. Here's the coastline. Oh blimey, it's busy at Schiphol. So yeah, got about 5 or 6 at the same time we're arriving, coming in. And in terms of departures, let me have a look. 2 departures, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh blimey, 6 or 7 departures at the same time. So it will be fairly busy. And of course, FSLTL takes the data straight from Flight Radar 24, which is what I've just had a quick look at. It's a good 6,000 feet ahead of us, so nothing to worry about there. Always worth just keeping your eye on though. Valladolid to the right, Oviedo ahead of us, and Santander. So not much to see at the moment. Just in northern Spain, about to cross into the Bay of Biscay, where we will hit into northern France, Nantes, and then move up a northeasterly direction towards Belgium, and then we'll start our descent into Amsterdam Schiphol. Estimated to be on the ground in about, it says 2 hours, so about 2 hours time. I'm hoping we may pick up a little bit of speed because we have climbed. Okay. Just checking these busy skies because they're on the same. Actually, one's 4,000 feet above us, the other one's 2,000 feet above us. So I don't think there's too much for us to worry about. Do just need to keep an eye on them. So what's the flight plan saying now? 20 past 10 on the ground. We have got a headwind which is slowing us down. It's not helping us get to where we need to be. So okay, it's now 2017, so I've got about 2 hours left. We're just about to cross into the Bay of Biscay. So it is, we are slower than you would expect, but that's okay. So a bit of a long flight, this one. I think we've added 10 minutes by putting the VOR back in. But if we're going to fly it, may as well fly it properly. So somewhere then, it's going to be a bit noisy. There it is, up above us. There we go, up there, look. It's a bit noisy out there, but there's quite a few aircraft. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. All on the same flight route we're on, 2000. I will just put the constraints on. It's 5 now, but different heights to us, so we're not going to be overly concerned by that. And they are quite away. What's that? About 20 miles away from us. So nothing for us to be worried about at this moment in time. Let's take the opportunity. Let's go and have a look at our arrival performance page again. Just let's see. Let's refresh that METAR. What have we got? So we've got 180 at 12. That's changed quite a bit actually. 180 at 12, 13 degrees and 1009. So let's just come back into the performance page. Just let me get rid of that performance. It's this one here, wasn't it? So 180 at 12 knots. So there is a bit of a breeze down there now. Let's see how that goes when we get there. So 2220 expected, a bit later than first planned. Might be able to cut off a little bit of time here actually. We go direct. What I'm looking at doing is wondering if we just did a direct to Obato or Ronax, just cut some time off. Let's do that. There's a few here. Abato, Ronax. Let's do that. See what it does. L update. There we go. Taken 8 minutes off. So we're just going to make a slight deviation to our flight plan. Just buys us 8 minutes back, which is fine. That's 2,000 feet above us. Just up there, look. I wonder where he's going. Or she. Shouldn't assume. Either way, we're catching it. Slower than us. Do like these fly pasts, especially in the daytime. Right, okay. Another one over there, look. It's about 1 hour 50 left. Now just cutting off that corner. It's going to make a bit of a difference, that is. So now direct inbound to Ronax. All looking good. So we're now taking that route. We are still going to go over the Bay of Biscay, but likely to be closer to Bordeaux and La Rochelle, probably over the top of La Rochelle, as we head straight to Ronax. To be fair, the route was probably there to stop overfly in La Rochelle, but we just need that shortcut. Buys us 8 minutes back. So we're now over the Bay of Biscay, and there's not too much to see, just water. Yes, water, but we have some aircraft in the airspace with us. But it is very, very dark out there. We should cross over the coastline of France in approximately 30 minutes time. And from there we've probably got about an hour and 12 till we're on the ground. We'll cut across northern France into Belgium, and then we'll start our descent, hopefully on the ground at 22:12 Zulu time. And if I just quickly show you the charts, you can see now we're starting to deviate off the chart, so we're heading straight now for Ronax, and we'll cut that corner off. Won't even go over Godem. La Rochelle's down there somewhere. Just go, there you go, there's La Rochelle, Rochefort and Bordeaux. I think we're likely just to pass down to the west of La Rochelle. Ooh. La Rochelle's there, look. Yeah. Probably just past to the west of La Rochelle. Onto Ronax, and then we'll follow the flight plan all the way, then all the way in. And we've now corrected the flight plan, so we'll come on the Dennet 3 Alpha to Yenzo to River, and from River we've corrected it now, so we'll then go to the Schiphol VOR before making a left turn to Amsterdam 240, 241, 242 and Pevos, where we should capture the glide slope. Now we've got to try and maintain 160 knots as we approach AM62, and then we can go full flaps. So as we come around Pevos, there is no speed, maximum is 220, so we'll stay at 220 knots for Pevos. Then what we'll do is we'll try to reduce to 160 as we come in. There is a lot of aircraft in this airspace, got to be honest. Two up there, look, very close together, very close actually. Difficult to split them. There you go, they are split just different heights, so should be okay. There you go, you can see now there is a separation there. Oh. The VOR at Schiphol is 108.4. Let's just see. Let's go nav VOR. What did I say there? 108.4. Sorry, just there we go. 108.4, let's just see, and the course 317. Oh blimey. Maybe not, let's just leave that for now. Just intrigued to see if we hear it as we go over the top. There's those aircraft there, look. Tell you what we'll do, let's check back in here, let's refresh the METAR. Changed again. So let's have another look. We're now at 170. It's now 11 degrees, so it is getting colder. But the QNH has stayed the same at 1009. So let's come back in. Runway LS mismatch. Oh, wait a minute. Got to turn that off. Ignore that. Just ignore it. I can't do it. Right. Back in here. So 170 at 10. And it's 11 degrees. Sorry, just double checking that. 1009. So we can probably leave that just for now. See where we get. Plenty of fuel still, 5.8 tons. We're doing alright fuel wise. So 2039. Let's have another look. So still saying on the ground 2212. Should be at Ronax at 2116. So about 35 minutes we'll hit Ronax. Then we should start to get a little bit busier after that. Top of descent now is 2148. So we will hit that top of descent just a little bit earlier. That's good. Okay. Got a bit of a headwind now though. Yes, got to watch out, but should be okay. It's not bothering us too much. We're still making good time. Just cutting that corner off really nicely at the minute. It's good. see it a bit better now. We have got that little bit of separation. So if we're at Delog, we took that direct to Ronax. You can now see we're heading straight for Ronax. So we're going to cut off this corner here, just saving us about 8 minutes of flight time. Ordinarily you couldn't do that unless ATC gave you permission to do it or asked you to do it, but that's fine because we're not on ATC, we're not on VATSIM, so we'll take that shortcut. Just helps us out. As in the distance there, you can just see the French coastline now coming into view. And La Rochelle just here, so we'll overfly La Rochelle on our route into Ronax. So I made some good time really. That headwind is pretty heavy though, 82 knots. Not much we can do about it, we've just got to roll with it. Just want to check for some VORs as we go along here. There is a few that may help us. It's probably one of the longest flights we've done for a little while, to be fair. Some recent ones have been quite short, an hour and a half, something like that. Although it was about 2 hours down from Cardiff to Lisbon. And our last flight, but here we are on our way to Amsterdam Schiphol. Where do you think we should go next on our European tour? Leave us a comment in below in the comment section. You know, we may end up there. Also, don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. Let us know what we're doing is the right content. And don't forget, you can get involved. Go to our Discord channel at Speedbird Simdeck and hopefully do some group flying. Let's just go outside, it'll get a bit noisy. There's the coastline, look. Yes, coming in. La Rochelle over here. Down here, I think, there. Whoops. There is Bordeaux. It's hard to see on your screen, but you have to trust me. That's Bordeaux. And that is La Rochelle. skies have suddenly emptied. There's nobody about. Lots of VORs. Oof. Quite a straightforward flight so far. Where are we going next? Let me see. Yeah, we are going straight for Ronax 2116, so 26 minutes, something like that. 25 minutes now, I think. So 25 minutes we'll be at Ronax, and still expected to be on the ground 2212. Oh no, 2209 now. So that's coming down. That's good. That's good. Shortcut is helping us. It's quite a relaxing flight, actually. I did have an issue with the Phoenix flying over the Bay of Biscay into Lisbon. It decided to climb randomly 2,500 feet. Very strange. Apologies, the wife was just bringing me a drink, so got a nice drink now. So just crossing the land, just the coastline. Just trying to see what that is to the left. I don't know where that is. Just up here, I'm not sure. Oh, it's Nantes, Nantes, Nantes is there. You can actually see now how much we're cutting off the corner. If you have a look now, you can just see we're just cutting all that off the corner. And actually we're going to aim Ronax. So we're just going to cut all of that off. That just saves us a little bit of flight time. We're not on a correct route. So the highways, the airways, we're not on an airway. But as I say, there's no ATC, so we're absolutely fine. And then once we're at Ronax, we'll get back on our flight plan. Do Sorap, Dital, EVX, Podum, Bezos, Tomil, Beldi, Viken, Aduto, Ferdi, Denut, Yenzo River, and then we're going to start our descent into Amsterdam Schiphol. It's going to be interesting. So river, we've got to be between flight level 100 and flight level 070 unless ATC instructed us otherwise, which they won't today. And then from river to the VOR, make a left turn 317 degrees. Now just let's read simultaneous approaches, which we know about. Unestablished, maintain 160 knots till 4 nautical miles before the threshold. So we got to maintain 160 knots, so that's okay. ILSDME reads 0 at runway 18 right threshold, that's good. Execution of the complete procedure overhead Schiphol VOR in case of COM failure. We're okay there. Right, so missed approach, we're going to come off, we're going to turn right immediately, maximum 220 knots, but not below 500 feet to Amsterdam 624, which is here, just so you can see that. So if we missed approach, turn right, maximum 220 knots, do not overshoot. R240 Schiphol, which is this one here, so we won't be doing that, so that's okay. Climb to and cross Amsterdam 624 at 2,000 feet, so 2,000 feet, and at AM 624 track 300, which we will. And then we'd contact ACC. What we'll actually do is at 624 we're going to take a right turn and then rejoin at Amsterdam 240, and we'll come back round. So missed approach 2,000 feet, 220 knots, but we've got to remember 160 knots, maintain. We've got to maintain that until 4 nautical miles before. So just something else to consider. So about 48 minutes we'll start our descent into Amsterdam Schiphol. Let's go and have a look in the cabin again. Oops. No passengers, which is a bit of a shame. That was GS. I didn't load GSX, did I? Which was probably why. Not much to see. Yes, the right lights below. That was a bit too much to ask. I just wondered whether the reading light may actually come on, but clearly not. Another aircraft there, look, in the distance. Where is the emergency exits gone? Because we know they're over the wings. Woo, don't do that. There we go. Here we go. Can't see much out there at all at the minute. There's the winglet. Pretty dark. And there's the French countryside below, and Brittany. Yeah, it's pretty good. Sure, you can move a bit faster in drone mode, but never mind. Got to go sideways because I can't go forward otherwise. Yeah, and into the cockpit. There's the view. Not bad, eh? It was locked though, so how that opened I don't know. But never mind. Interesting, there you go. Get the full... Another aircraft there, look. Just going to get a screen grabber of that. May use it. May not as well, but... There we go, back in the seat. Couple of aircraft. So about 13 minutes and we should be at Ronax and we'll be back on our original flight plan, which is absolutely fine. Very busy European airspace. Flight Radar 24 is showing it as very busy this evening, I have to say. She's good. Just gives us a bit to think about as we come in. Our fuel's not too bad, 5.8 tonnes left. I've had better. We've had worse as well, to be fair. And when we start our descent, we'll be targeting 2,000 feet. VNAV will take care of the rest, so we're not going to have to worry. Just got to remember that 160 knots till 4 miles before. And we'll know 4 miles because we'll see it in this bottom left hand corner. All good. No EHAM messages, which is even better. So what we'll do though, let's just go into to AOC menu, weather request, and we want the weather request for EHAM, Echo Hotel Alpha Mike, and let's send that. Let's go receive messages. There's the weather look. So on the 18th at 20:55, so not long ago, wind, I'm going to just make notes because there is a slight change, is 170 at 11 knots. Visibility 10,000 meters or more, which is good. Few clouds at 4,000 feet. Temperature 11 degrees, dew point 10 degrees, QNH 1009. Few clouds at 4,500 feet. That's fine. We can manage all of that. Not getting concerned at all. Right. 170 at 11. Minor change, but may as well just keep it updated. Ten minutes and we'll be Ronax back on the original route. Straight ahead is Le Mans. So we'll just fly to the west of Le Mans on our way to Ronax. All looking good. All set up nicely. It's uneventful so far. That's why I like it. So just heading now to Le Mans. Le Mans just ahead of us. We'll fly to the west of Le Mans and our way to Ronax. We should be at Ronax in about 8 minutes time. Back onto our original flight plan. That crosswind is dying down slightly. It's now at 39 knots from 69 earlier. So the plane is managing that quite nicely. And we should start our descent in about 34 minutes time. No, 40 minutes time, sorry. So 40 minutes time we'll be starting our descent into Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. We'll target 2,000 feet. Of course, VNAV will just take care of that for us. We won't descend below any constraints or be above any constraints. The profile will be all taken care of. It's the beauty of the Fenix and the fly-by-wire. They do maintain the vertical navigation. And hopefully we can get down without event. Let's hope so. Yep. 7 minutes. So there's Ronax just coming in, about 15 nautical miles away. We've just passed to the western north of Le Mans. All very quiet down below. We've got about 35 minutes before we'll be starting our descent. So, I'll need to get ready in a second. Just get everything ready, but as long as we're below flight level 240 at Denut, and then we'll continue our descent to Yenzo and River. And at River, we've just got to be below, between flight level 100 and flight level 070, or instructed by ATC, who are not online, so I don't have to worry about that. Got to aim for a continuous descent operation if needed. So hopefully we should be able to do that. So there we go, Denut, Yenzo, make that right turn to River. We'll continue from River to the Schiphol VOR, which is in the middle there, before we hang a left. But basically we just be looped back round onto the runway 818 right. There it is, VOR, hang a left, right, and big loop round, Pavos, 2,000 feet, and then make that approach into 18 right. So all being well, and Schiphol is offline, so there is no ATC over Holland or Amsterdam at all at the moment. It is what it is. So, okay, at 200 nautical miles to top of descent. Although that looks a bit of a strange one. Let's go off the page, I'm hoping, because we did check it in our flight plan. Going to just double check, make sure we've not messed up. Now we've put that direct in. Don't think we have. River, Schiphol VOR, and there's our loop. Nope, all looking good. So activating the approach phase does depend on company SOP, standard operating procedure. I tend to 10,000 feet I will activate the approach phase. I'll also turn on all of the landing lights and the seatbelt signs. It does vary company to company, but that's what we're going to do. That's how we do it. 10,000 feet is our marker, but remember the aircraft will start to decelerate. We've just got to make sure we maintain that 160 knots. So Pevos is 220. After Pevos, we need to start slowing down to 160. So I think we'll control the speed ourselves rather than manage speed. We'll control that. Yeah, and we're now back on the original flight plan. So next one is Dittal, which is coming in here. Look, Dittal, there's another aircraft just off to our left. Oh. Feels closer than it actually is, I think. 10 miles. And over to our left is Cannes, Le Havre. Havre's just over here, Cannes here. And Normandy coastline, just in the distance. There's Gold, Juno, Sword Beach, just in the distance there. Holding quite nicely, and 4.2 tons of fuel left, which is plenty. Bear in mind we did start with over 9 tons, so I've used a fair bit already, but we're more than halfway now. So plenty of fuel to get us down, and we do have a reserve as well. And our alternate airport, Eindhoven. Plenty of fuel to get us there. I don't anticipate that we'll need to, but it is there if we do need it. So the next waypoint is EVX, Evrofourville. It's a VOR. .112.4. Let's just have a look. 112.4. Strange, I never hear it, but I know some people, I've heard it on some streams, you're able to hear that VOR as you pass it. It's gone off here, isn't it? Ah, we're going to get to hear it, that's the question. That's good. Just intrigued really as to whether we actually hear it as we go over it or not. Doesn't sound like it, does it? Flying over it now. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, well, worth a try. Just thought I'd see what happened. If you know how to do that, if you know how you can actually hear the Morse code from the VOR, just let me know in the comments below. Let's see if I can do that for a future flight. So 21:48 will be our descent. We'll start our descent, so still a bit of time, 26 minutes. So we're okay at the moment. not a lot to see. It is quite dark. You can just see below some lights. It's the French countryside. There's not too much. There's another aircraft there in the distance. But yeah, not too much to see at the moment, but I would imagine as we get closer to Amsterdam and we start our descent, we're going to hear, we're going to see a lot more. That's interesting. So I'm just trying to read about this, the VOR. Inhibit the audio navigation. Oh no, in rad. Press the switch, talk switch for boom mic or oxygen mask mic. Don't want either of those. Voice is on. What does that mean? Inhibit the audio navigation signals and filters out ident signals and turns on the green on light. No, don't want that, do we? It's the PA. Int. Not sure what they are. I'll do some more research, but there's got to be a way, because I've heard it. You hear the Morse code as you fly over a VOR. Oh, is that it? Could that be it? Let's have a listen as we go. Let's see. You never know. Next VOR is 109.65, which is BOV, which I'm not even sure where that is. I shall have a quick look. Not a clue. Doesn't look like we fly over. Oh, wait a minute. What's that? No. Waypoint. Waypoint. Maybe EHAM is our next one, but let's wait and see. Just remember we've left that on, so if we have a problem we can turn it off quickly. What have I done? I just... see if that works. You can always turn it off if needed. Okay, so we've got a couple of aircraft just over to our left. We're 1,000 feet above us and 4,000 feet above us. Not going to cause us any difficulty. There they are. as they fly by. And top of descent there, it's probably about 90 nautical miles away. Won't be long and we should be there. 20 minutes from now. 20 minutes. So the QNH on the ground is 1009, so let's just change the standby altimeter to 1009. We'll double, oops, didn't mean to do that, meant to come in here. Let's refresh the METAR and apply the METAR, 1009, 180 at 11. So that just keeps moving ever so slightly. 180 at 11, still 11 degrees. Just double checking here, but I think most of that is already there, to be fair. 11, it's 180 at 11 now, so that's just moved 10 degrees. Still not a massive crosswind. 11 degrees, 1009. I will just quickly change this one to 1009 and then I'll put it back into standard. There we go. And then we've got that one ready. It's a shame because in the A380 you can actually set it. There's a little display up here, so even though you're in standard, you can set it to QNH. So the minute you move from standard, it's there. Standard to local, it's already set up for you. Can't do that in the A320. I'm not even sure if it's a feature in the actual aircraft, if I'm honest. So just coming up to Beldy. Making good time. I'm still thinking on the ground. Actually, we're picking up 2205 now. Even better. Let's just go in here. Actually, let's just have a look at those waypoints and those speed. So these are our speed limits. So river 250. We know that is correct. It's the Amsterdam 621 and 622 we're going to have to look at. Yep, so 241, 242. Next one should be Pevos. Decel Pevos 220. AM 621. AM 622 is actually 160 knots. So speed constraint is 160. See if that works. Not sure it's going to make much difference, if I'm honest. Yep, 160. That's coming in hot at 151. Don't think we want to be at 151 somehow. 135 will be. That's not a problem then. We're going to be okay. Interesting. We'll manage it ourselves anyway. It's just coming up to the border, northern France into Belgium, just beyond our next waypoint, It's actually looks like the border's on a Duto. 3.6 tons of fuel, which is good. What's our current flight time? 2 hours 13 minutes. So, yep, not too bad at all. Max 0.797, so we're doing all right there as well. Possibly a bit quicker than we'd have wanted to be, but that's okay. We've now got a tailwind which is actually pushing us along, so that wind has changed direction. 27 degrees. It is a slight crosswind, but it's behind us. I'm intrigued to see if that actually works. ILS. I wonder. Will we hear the ILS as well, maybe? There's a radio page. So the next one, 108.4. What happens if I push that in? Nothing. Just stays tuned on the ILS. That's fine then. Okay. Don't know if it'll work or not, but we'll give it a go. Never know. We may have just found something new there. So there you go, top of descent. It's about 33 nautical miles to go. So let's get 2,000 feet ready in our FCU. There we go. And we'll watch that come down, and remember, make sure you activate it way before. Well, not way before, but before, because it'll take a little bit of time for the aircraft to react and start its descent. So if you leave it to your right on the top, you'll miss your descent profile, and basically the aircraft is going to have to catch up. So what I tend to do is, as this 2.5 nautical miles, so between the 5 miles and the 2.5 miles, I'll activate the descent. And hopefully the Phoenix will stick to the profile and manage all of the altitude constraints. We're going to have to probably manage some of the speed, because 162 for DME. Good thing is, you full flaps, 160 is absolutely fine. There's top of descent now coming in, the top of the nav display. Just let me show you. There it is, top of descent, so just after Verdi. We'll come through and we'll hit that top of descent. So the little white down arrow is your top of descent marker. Verdi is the next waypoint. We'll make a slight left turn at Verdi. So here it comes. And what we're looking for is thrust idle to get us down. So dropping nicely now, coming in, making good headway at 290 knots. That slight tailwind is really pushing us along nicely here. Bit of cloud down there over the French countryside, but nothing too bad. Right, keep the nav display in view if I can, and the FCU. So we're actually going to be early onto our top of descent, which is good because we're going to be on the ground a little bit ahead of schedule. Here we come, making that slight turn now. Look, you can see we've got a constraint coming up. Just coming down steadily. Just steadily, and I'm going to do it now. There you go. You can now see we're starting to descend. Got to be below 240 by Dennett. That could be a big ask. That could be a very big ask actually, but let's wait and see. 15 nautical miles to go. Got to get down there quick. That profile's coming down now, so 15 miles, thrust idle, should start to descend quicker now. There we go. So we've got about 12 miles before we've got to be below flight level 240. Dennett is the start of our star. And that's right on the Belgian border. There's Dennett. So got to be below flight level 240. We're going to be at it. And just coming through now, 280. About 8 miles to go. Oh, it's going to be close. Ooh, it's going to be close. As long as we're below flight level 240. That's the constraint. What I've done is done that so you can see what we're up to. Getting a bit quick though. 260. Ooh, 2.5 miles to go. There we go. Just as we get to it, look, we're going to drop 240. Boom, there you go. So we're going to continue descending now to river, where we're going to be below flight level 100 and flight level 070. So straight to Yenzo, straight ahead, make our right turn to river, and at river we'll make that turn to the Schiphol VOR. We're going to be at 220 knots and flight level 070. We'll make that left turn then to Amsterdam 240, and we'll start our final approach. Just remembering 160 knots, that's important. So At this point, the cabin crew normally announce to the passengers that the pilot has started their descent, and they do the rubbish collection. So we're now on the Dennet 3 Alpha arrival. Now over Holland, just come across Belgium. Over to our left, right in the distance, you can't really see it. You can, on a clear day, you could see the English coastline over here. You can't see it at the moment. So, green dot in the profile, that looks all very good to me. Making sure our speed looks okay. 320 just as we're descending. It's fine, it's good. Okay, Yenzo next. We'll take a right turn to River. There's Yenzo. Now right turn to River, which is over here somewhere. Gonna just deploy the speed brakes just to slow us down slightly. We've got to be at 250 knots by River, so I've just full speed brake for a little while. Just watch that speed, 320, that's okay. Speed brakes back. Still descending nicely though, still on that profile. Just targeting that flight level 100 and flight level 070, anything between there by River, and we're good. There's the lights of the island. Dome lights off. Should start to see us slow down slightly now, 250 knots. If not, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it for it because I am slightly concerned. There we go. There's the decel point there anyway actually, so let's just put that back for a minute. It's there. Once we pass it, it will slow down anyway. Missed that. Should have been more observant. So the little purple dot you see on your nav display on your route is a decel point, so that's the point at which you'll start to slow down so that you hit that 250 knots. But we're going to be fine on our altitude constraint, so no issue there. So we should now start to see the aircraft slow down. If we don't, we will help it. There There we go. There's the yellow arrow coming down now, look. So we're starting to see the aircraft slow nicely. Amsterdam right in the distance, can't even see it. We've got to come through all that thick cloud first. Slowing down nicely. Once we come through 10,000 feet, I shall turn on the lights. So there's the magenta arrow at 250 knots, which is obviously the constraint. So it's coming down. It's going to achieve that, no problem. Slowly coming down now. Just refresh the METAR just to be sure, but I'm sure it's not changed. No, it hasn't, so that's what we're going with. Lights. Seatbelt signs. Third cabin crawl. Four mount. Approach phase activated. Let's turn on the landing system so we can see. Okay, so I am going to have to just help it here. 220 knots to the VOR. Not quite sure what that is down there. Some fields. I need to have a look at my settings. I think they've gone slightly awry, but also my internet speed is slow, so that's why it takes a little bit of time to see the fields. You get some weird patches, but never mind. Okay, tailwind there, look, 35 knots. .2205 still, so 15 minutes we should be on the ground. See what happens here, see what it goes down to. I just hope it doesn't hit 135 knots straight away. Let's just wait and see what it does. No. Okay, 210. Just holding at 210. Going through the clouds. Slightly broken clouds. They're not. It's not thick pea soup out there, that's for certain. We're just targeting that 7,000 feet at the Schiphol VOR. 108.4. So we've got the landing system on, but we're not anywhere near yet. Just got the magenta arrow coming on the bottom, but we won't have the top one yet. That's fine. Coming down nicely, look, really nicely. So 208 nautical miles, sorry, 208 knots. What's the MCDU say? 250. Interesting. I think that's what we'll go with. Well, 220 actually. It's 220 at Schiphol. We're just going to manage that speed ourselves. There's the airport, look, there's the runway, or one of. We're obviously going to come back round it, so we're going to overfly, then big loop and come back round onto the runway. So we've got to be at 7,000 feet here, so what's going on? Once we've done that, I don't mind putting you back into manage mode, but until that point, if we go below, we've got aircraft taking off and landing. We don't want to get in their way. So Amsterdam over to our right, or is it straight ahead? I think it's all Amsterdam, isn't it, by the look of that? Just going to come outside the plane, it'll be a bit noisy. Yeah, lost sight of the runway now. That's in the cloud, just below us to the right actually. Just coming up to the VOR, be interesting to see if we hear it. It's raining, typical. Oof. Still 220. It is 220 still. We don't want to hold anybody up, so we'll stay on 220 to Pivos. It's a bit grim. $2,000 feet, got to get down there now. Hear that rain? That's heavy rain. Whoa. Actually don't do anything in the Phoenix, but it is raining heavily. So first stage of flaps. Land. Was it low auto brake, wasn't it? Low auto brake set. Ground spoilers armed. All the lights are on. I think we're okay. On this side, let's just go to landing rows. 20 miles. Ugh, ugh. I may have to expedite that descent. Don't like it, but I'm going to have to, I think, just to get back on the profile. I've got to capture that glide slope at 2,000 feet, so that's not good. Overspeeding now.
$2,500.
$220. Got to get there. Standard. Standard. Flaps 1. So 220 at PVOS. Should capture that glide slope no problems. Once we get beyond here, I will set the approach phase, approach mode even, which is this button here. In fact, let's do it now, just so I know. Is that'll capture the ILS for us. Going to be interesting. So 10 miles out, should be at 220 knots. Then I can reduce this down to 160. In fact, let's reduce this now to 160. Well, actually, let's do it in stages. 185. And we actually capture the glide slope at Amsterdam 621 in a second, so we're all right. But listen to that rain. Oh, horrendous. Oof. $160. Flaps 2. Flaps 3. Flaps 4. Maintain 160 till, was it 4 nautical miles? So that's what we're going to do. Oops. 5 miles. We'll. I can't even lower the flaps. Lower the landing gear, I don't think. Not too quick. That rain is hammering. Wow, can't even see the runway. You see the rain. Landing gear down. Five miles, just 1 more mile, and then we can lower the speed. .6, 4.4. Can't even see the runway at the minute. 4 DME coming up now. There we go. We can slow down. Okay. Somewhere out in front of us is a runway. There it is. Right in front there, look.
1,000.
So we're alright, we can see it. Below the clouds, so the rain has eased slightly. Amsterdam. Whew. All green, no blue. Continuing, all looking pretty damn good at the moment. But we've got one heck of a taxi, let me tell you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
500. Hundred above. Minimum.
Continue.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
Welcome to Amsterdam. What we shall do is vacate runway here on Victor 1. Wasn't the smoothest of landings, but we were having fun and games at the end there, that's for certain. There we go, runway vacated. So I just cross this line, we'll have a bit of a clean up. Let's just... Right, so while we're here, let's just get the lights off. Everything else is good. Flaps all done. Let's just clear the... There we go. Right, then we've got a bit of a taxi, people. Bit of a taxi. Get a bit of speed up. We're on the ground. We're on the ground. Bang on time as well. 5 past 10. So I've got to come down Victor. It's a long old trek. Oops. So if I just show you. There we are. All the way down Victor. Then I'll have to Papa 7, Papa 6, back to Victor Lima, and then I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. Probably cut across Whiskey 5, I think. Whiskey 5, Whiskey 6, and then Bravo. It's a long old trek at Schiphol. Oops, that's because I wasn't watching, talking to you. So we have got a bit of a taxi here, but so be it. It's a grim night in Amsterdam, that's for certain. So follow this round to the left. Straight on down Papa 7, Papa 6. All gets a bit confusing. There's lots of crisscrossing going on here, but then we'll have to cross runway 18 centre, 36 centre in a second, but that's fine. It's a big old airport, that's for certain. Right, carry on here, shall we? It doesn't really matter if I'm perfectly honest, because you go, what's that about? Okay. Never mind. Let's just carry on. That's because I'm trying to do it too quickly, and you can't do it too quickly. There we go, Victor Lima coming up ahead, so we're on Victor now. It's a huge, huge airport. Massive. So I've got to come down Victor all the way. There's the airport right in front of us, look. All in there. Wow. So let's have a quick look. So Victor, Whiskey 5. I think we'll do Delta, Bravo, and park in there somewhere. I hope. Welcome to Amsterdam. There's Victor Mike. You don't want to go up there because you're not going to get under that bridge. Right, just let me check this, because if I go off there, I think we need to be to the left, which we'll do. Whiskey 5. And then we'll cross runway 18 centre, 36 centre in a second. Nothing coming that I can see. Nope, so let's cross. We'll take a right here down Delta. God, blimey. That rain doesn't help either, to be fair. And here's Delta. God. Charlie. In fact, we didn't go down Delta, we've gone down Charlie, but, which is fine. Take the next left onto Bravo. It is huge. Phew. Alright, here we go. So this one, Bravo. Oh, where are you going? Get over there. Bravo. Thank you very much. Taxi's almost as long as the flight. Whew. Right. I won't take this link. Alpha 18, we'll do Alpha 17. Close that. Oh, wait a minute, maybe we will, because I can just see. I think I can see a gate. Right, let's sing it after the Singapore Air E350. There's loads of gates just ahead, look. Look at that. I think that's an A350. Okay, here we go. Whoa, 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 and whoa. Slow you down, boy, as they say in Norfolk. Slow you down. And there we go, I suspect. Let me have a look. Almost. That's hard to judge. Oh, too much. Trying to tap the brakes there. Okay, let's set the parking brake. Done. Had a full clean up. Let's come up here. Let's turn the lights off because you don't want the landing lights on. They can come off. Beacon light can come off. Seatbelt signs can come off. Let's come in here. Let's go to ground services and handling. What I didn't do, start the APU. Oops. That can actually come off as well. And that's the APU starting. Right, I'm hoping in a second, let's turn off engine 2. Oops, and engine 1. And there we go. Is it going to reach? Hope so. There we go. So welcome to Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Keep up to date with where we're going on the next leg of our Euro tour. And who knows? You put something in that comment below. Who knows, that could be where we end up next. But till next time, goodbye.